I told you, this thing is bigger than Nino Brown, and I got a list of
Order.
If I'm going down,
Order in
I'm
the
taking a
court.
whole lot
I
of
said
people with
order
me.
in the court.
Nino Brown Boxing, I'm back in the building. Shout out to the LDBC. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. So I want to talk about the WBC championship fight at 168 pounds of Anthony Dirrell against David Benavidez. And this video was inspired by the comments that Caleb Plant made, basically saying that David Benavidez has not fought anybody. He has not fought anyone. And my whole thing is, I see a lot of people. Now, I expect this from the Mexican boxing fans. Like, I'm not surprised, and this is the energy that they should keep. They're riding with David Benavidez. But my thing is, David Benavidez is extremely unproven. And it's just odd to me that the amount of people, especially the amount of brothers, that actually hurts my feelings. The amount of brothers that are picking David Benavidez over Anthony Dirrell. And like, I like Anthony Dirrell. And Anthony Dirrell is more accomplished than David Benavidez. Anthony Dirrell has a better resume than David Benavidez. Anthony Dirrell has consistently shown he is, to me, what I look at is a better fighter. And some people might say, well, how is Anthony Dirrell a better fighter? They're going off the eye test. I'm saying Anthony Dirrell at this point in time is a better fighter going off my eye test because Anthony Dirrell has faced tougher competition. And that's why I said this video is inspired by what Caleb Plant said about David Benavidez hasn't fought anyone yet. And you can only judge a fighter based off of how good his how good the opposition that he's beaten. Now, you could go off of potential and what you believe. And if we're looking at it from a potential perspective, it does appear that David Benavidez's potential is higher than Anthony Dirrell. Yeah, I can see that. But when it comes to these two, when these guys getting in the ring and we're trying to figure out who's the better of the two, I mean, the one that's proven the most to me at this point in time, is Anthony Dirrell. And I can't bring it to I guess I can't come to the conclusion to root for David Benavidez and saying that it looks like he's going to beat Anthony Dirrell when Anthony Dirrell, I mean, he's a good fighter. You know, he's shown he has one loss, and last time I checked, that was a very controversial loss in itself. And David Benavidez, I mean, he's a young guy, he's undefeated, extremely fast hands, a lot of potential. But my whole thing with it's a lot of hype surrounding David Benavidez, and he's unproven. You got guys like Caleb Plant that does not have nowhere near the hype that a David Benavidez has, and Caleb Plant had to work his way up without the hype, and he's already beaten tougher competition in Uzcategui. That is no one on David Benavidez's record that's a better opponent than Caleb Plant has in defeating Uzcategui for the IBF belt. But it just doesn't make sense to me how David Benavidez gets so much support over Anthony Dirrell when he hasn't done shit. Like, I understand, I see the potential, but at the same time, that same thing could have been applied to Anthony Joshua. I mean, it was applied to Anthony Joshua. It was a bunch of hype. Now, ultimately, I think Caleb Plant beats all these guys at this point in time. Just based off of skill, resume, and youth, I feel like Caleb Plant comes out victorious. But I can't say David Benavidez, he's just that guy over Anthony Dirrell. I can't make that call right now. I feel like it's a close fight, and I've been seeing a lot of videos where people are speaking on the future fight of Caleb Plant versus David Benavidez like Anthony Dirrell's not even in the picture. It's just, man, it's the disrespect. Damn, I feel bad for Anthony Dirrell, but we'll see what happens when the fight comes. The fight is definitely approaching. We'll see them on the undercard of the Errol Spence-Sean Porter fight And all I want to say is I am rooting for Anthony Dirrell. Anthony Dirrell is my pick. He's a champion. He's a more proven guy. He's not a cokehead. And he a black fighter. That's who I'm riding with. It's Nino Brown Boxing. Shout out to the LDBC. Riding with the brother. And I'm out.